A man sat in chains, only hours away from execution. The guards had expected anger, fear, or silence. But his final request left them completely speechless. He didn't ask for food, freedom, or forgiveness. He asked to see his dog. When the animal was brought in, the prison fell silent. The dog's reaction stunned everyone, first barking and growling, then refusing to leave his side. Moments later, the truth behind the crime, buried for years, began to surface. What happened next shocked the guards, stunned the witnesses, and spread across the world. This was no ordinary last wish. It was a story that changed everything. Before we dive in, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. And I'm curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. The prison was unusually silent that night, heavier than normal. The guards moved slowly, their boots echoing against the cold floor. Everyone inside knew what day it was, the day marked for one man's final walk. Behind the iron bars of a dimly lit cell sat Daniel, a prisoner awaiting execution. He didn't pace the room like others might. He didn't scream or plead. He just sat on the small wooden bed, hands folded, eyes fixed on the floor. Hours felt like minutes, and each tick of the clock reminded him that time was slipping away. Finally, a guard arrived outside his cell. His voice was steady, softer than usual. "It's time, Daniel. Do you have a last request?" Most prisoners asked for food, a favorite meal, a drink, or even a cigarette. But Daniel lifted his head slowly, eyes wet with tears. "Yes," he whispered. "I want to see my dog. Just once before the end." The guards exchanged surprised looks. They had expected anger or silence, not this. After a long pause, the warden nodded. "Bring in the dog," he ordered. For the first time in years, a flicker of hope crossed Daniel's face. He wasn't asking for mercy, only a moment with the one soul who had never judged him. The heavy doors creaked open, and the sound of paws echoed across the prison floor. A German shepherd, strong and alert, entered the hall, led by two guards. The dog's eye scanned the room, and the moment it spotted Daniel, everything changed. Calm steps became frantic pulling. The dog barked loudly, straining against the leash, desperate to reach him. The guards struggled to maintain control, but the dog's determination overpowered their grip. Witnesses gasped. This was no ordinary reunion. Daniel's hands shook as he stood, chains rattling softly. Tears welled in his eyes, and for the first time in years, his hardened expression softened. "Buddy," he whispered, voice cracking. The dog lunged forward, breaking free, rushing straight to him. It jumped, pressing its paws on Daniel's chest, licking his face repeatedly. Daniel dropped to his knees, unable to hold back his sobs, wrapping his arms around the animal as if it were the last piece of life he had. The guards looked at one another, stunned into silence. In that cold, unforgiving place, the bond between man and dog was stronger than walls, bars, or judgment. In that moment, Daniel wasn't just a prisoner, he was a man reunited with his only friend. As Buddy pressed close, Daniel's mind drifted back. He remembered the day he first saw the small puppy, shivering in a cardboard box behind a store. Daniel had been younger, reckless, but not hardened. He had picked up the little creature, promising, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you." Buddy had grown quickly, always by his side. Through good days and bad, the dog never left him. When Daniel came home late and broken, Buddy wagged his tail, offering comfort without judgment. When Daniel had nothing, Buddy was everything. But along the way, Daniel's choices led him down dark paths. He fell in with the wrong people, made the wrong decisions, and trouble consumed his life. He remembered the night of his arrest, Buddy barking frantically as officers pulled him away in handcuffs, the dog's cries echoing louder in his memory than the sirens. Now, kneeling on the cold prison floor, Daniel felt the weight of every mistake pressing down. He stroked Buddy's fur with trembling hands, whispering, "I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed myself." Tears streamed as Buddy nuzzled closer, as if instantly forgiving him. In that embrace, Daniel felt both the crushing pain of regret and the fragile hope of unconditional love. The reunion left the room in silence, except for Buddy's heavy breathing and Daniel's quiet sobs. For a moment, time seemed to stop. But then something unexpected happened. Buddy pulled back, ears raised, body tense. His calm wag turned into sharp barks echoing against the prison walls. The guards instinctively stepped forward, unsure of what was happening. Daniel froze. "Buddy, what's wrong?" he whispered. The dog growled low, circling Daniel protectively as if shielding him from something unseen. Then, in a shocking turn, Buddy sat firmly by Daniel's side, refusing to move. The guards tugged at his collar, but he wouldn't budge. His eyes stayed locked on Daniel, loyal and alert. One officer muttered, "It's like he's guarding him." Another shook his head. "From what?" "From us," came the answer. Daniel placed a trembling hand on Buddy's head. "Easy, boy. It's all right." But Buddy remained firm, unyielding, as if sensing something no one else did. The room grew tense. This was no ordinary dog's reaction. Something deeper, hidden, was unfolding. The warden, silent until now, stepped forward. His voice calm but heavy, he addressed the guards and witnesses. "Do you all know why this man was sentenced?" Some nodded, others shook their heads. The warden sighed. Daniel had been accused of a robbery that turned violent. A man lost his life that night. Murmurs filled the room. Daniel lowered his head, chains rattling softly, but Buddy didn't move. Instead, he growled, rejecting the words spoken. The warden's eyes narrowed. "Strange." Reports said the dog was found at the scene that night, but nobody mentioned how he behaved. An old guard stepped forward, voice shaky. "Sir, I was there. I remember now. The dog didn't attack anyone. He barked, not at the victim, but at the men who fled. He stayed by the injured man until the police arrived." The room fell silent. Daniel's eyes widened, lips trembling. "You mean, he was trying to show I wasn't the one?" The guard nodded slowly. The warden looked at Buddy, now sitting calmly by Daniel's side, as if waiting years for the truth to surface. Daniel's last wish was no longer a simple goodbye, it was a revelation that shook everyone present. The prison hall was silent. Every eye fixed on Daniel and the loyal dog. For years, he had been seen only as a criminal, but now, with Buddy refusing to leave him, the truth of loyalty and love shone brighter than the cold walls. The warden cleared his throat, face troubled. "Maybe the system was too quick to judge," he said softly. The guards exchanged uneasy glances. Witnesses expecting a man's end instead witnessed a story of loyalty breaking through chains and walls. Daniel buried his face in Buddy's fur, tears streaming. "You never gave up on me, did you?" he whispered. Buddy responded with a gentle nuzzle, as if saying he had been waiting for this moment all along. Though Daniel's fate remained uncertain, something had already changed. The story spread beyond the prison, carried by witnesses. Newspapers wrote of the man's last wish and how his dog revealed a truth words could not. In the end, Buddy taught everyone a lesson: judgment may fail, but a dog's loyalty never lies. Sometimes, love and truth are seen most clearly through the eyes of a faithful friend.